Hey Brandon, what's better, a 30-year mortgage or a 15-year?
It really depends on what your goal is with the home you're buying. Let's compare the two using a $500,000 home with 20% down. Check this out. All right, Sam, so here we are. We're doing a $500,000 home with 20% down, comparing a 15-year and a 30-year. So on a 15-year, let's just say the current rate is 6.375%, which would give us a principal and interest payment of $3,457 per month. Comparatively, a 30-year is at 7.25%, and that's going to give us a principal and interest payment of $2,729 per month. Now, looking at this, you might say, okay, why wouldn't I go with a 30-year? The payment is much lower. In this case, it's $728 less per month to go with a 30-year over a 15-year, which makes sense. And this is why I asked what your plans are with the property. Because if your plans are not to pay the home off quickly and you want a comfortable monthly payment and you still want to earn the annual appreciation in your home's value, I would lean toward a 30-year. However, if your goal is to try to pay down the balance as fast as possible, a 15-year is going to make the most sense. And here's why. A 30-year, although the payment looks good, on that $500,000 purchase price, putting down 20% means you're borrowing $400,000. You're actually going to pay back $982,440. On a 15-year, borrowing that same $400,000, you're going to pay back $622,260 because you're paying it back in half the amount of time. This is a difference of $360,180 that you're going to save going with a 15-year over a 30-year. However, the monthly payment on the 15-year may not be affordable for you. So in that case, I would still lean toward a 30-year mortgage where you can still pay extra every single month toward the principal if you choose to do so. However, you're not stuck making that higher monthly payment in the months where you might have additional expenses that you weren't expecting.